Alright, hello, hello. There we go. That should sound good. Wait, let me just test my voice. I never tested it. Does that sound okay? Yeah. That'll do. Hello, people. How's it going? We are doing some more shiny hunting in Legends ZA today. I say more, I haven't done any on stream yet. Yeah. We're going to be doing some and hopefully getting some shinies. We do already have a few. I have done a little bit. A couple we've had from just random things. There's plenty here that, as you can see, are from Wild Zone 3 just because they're kind of easier to go for. And I just kind of did them when I was a bit bored. But you know, Bomber Snow come across randomly, Pumpkaboo we've hunted both for, got both of those, so that was nice. But yeah, so that's the plan anyway, just to kind of do some more of that. I do need to actually update my shiny counter. I might put a little shiny counter thing on the bottom of the screen at some point. I'm not going to do it today. Today's just kind of casual hunting. But yeah, that's sort of the plan, and we'll get there at some point. I am going to just check in here because I was doing some resets here for the elemental monkeys earlier. Oh yeah, there we go. I had something. Who was that? Whose shiny is that? Let's keep Sharpie doing. Who was shiny? Aha, hello Ekans, I see you. Let's get out of here and save if we can. Just to make sure we definitely get that Ekans, there we go. Nice. Don't mind that if I do. Okay, you can come out now. Make sure we get this before despawns. Hello Ekans. Do I have an Ekans? I think I do. I don't have an Arbok. So we'll take that, of course. It goes straight in here. But I will try and get Arbok at some point for sure. Let's just have a look if anything else around here is shiny. Never know. Okay, it doesn't look like it. So what we'll do is we'll go for the... we'll go check the monkeys, and then I think we could do some resets for them. Maybe as it's night time, we might try to reset for Alpha Trevenant. I could also kind of go for more of the alphas, because we do have a pretty extensive alpha dex. Where are we at? So I tried to get the normal. The few of the missing are alphas, or just I've moved them across. I am going to try fill it out, so I have both of them just sitting in here, which would be nice. But alpha-wise, why are you there? Oh, because you're meant to be there. We need more of the starters, obviously. Had one Chikorita so far. We've got quite a few missing, basically. I haven't picked up a Beedrill yet. Okay, we can go and do that. No Roserade, Roselia either. Got an Alpha Flabébé, but no Floette. So yeah, there's plenty we can get along here as well. Every time we get an Alpha, I will check to see if we get any new ones. But yeah, I've got a decent amount, to be fair. Plenty from Wild Zone 20 as well, so maybe we'll hop by there at some point as well. But yeah, that's sort of the plan. Make our way through, get some more shinies. You know how it is. So let's go check in case the elemental monkeys are shiny first. I don't know if that roof is high enough that they'll be able to shine and I'd hear them. But that is okay. I'll go check them now anyway. Okay, none of those look shiny to me. Some of the new additions to the game, I would very much like to get them shiny ASAP. So, yeah, that would be great, but yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. You know what, let's make our way to 13. Actually, we're only around the corner. Why don't we go straight there, because I want to try get an Alpha Trevenant. I do have Phantomps from Scarlet and Violet, but an Alpha Trevenant from its original region in a Luxury Ball, it's the perfect shiny for me. So I definitely want to try and get that. The only downside is this one doesn't have a really good resetting. I don't think there's any benches in here. No, it doesn't seem to be. So I think we just have to kind of run in and out of this one here, which is where we start with the spawn anyway. I will double check, do a video up on shiny hunting each alpha. Here we go. What does he say? Hold on. Oh, actually, wait, you can't hear it. You shouldn't be able to hear it anyway. If I just turn off the sound. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you can't hear it. He recommends doing just running back and forward rather than teleporting each time. It's not a bad shout. I was just going to teleport each time. I mean, we can have a little count. Why not? So, this will be one reset. One. Oh no, wait, hold on. 0. No, I need to sprint. 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7.5. And then for another reset, we'll do it straight off of the bat of 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, this is quicker. I thought it would be. It's just more annoying. But yeah, hopefully we can get this Alpha Trevenant. The only downside of this game is that, you know, there's no boost in terms of like sandwiches or stuff, or specifically what you're hunting for. But, you know, with the Shiny Charm and sort of how easy it is to spawn so many different Pokemon, I understand that. I do have the Shiny Charm, so it makes sense. It makes sense. We just got to be patient and keep going for this, basically. I also want to get the Sharpedo. And as you can see, I've got Sharpedo on my team now. Oh, do we have an Alpha Phantom? Yeah, we do. But I also have an Alpha Trevenant who was in my team and had to get subbed out because of just tight matchups. But those ones are the ones I want to have, you know, shiny. Whether I get an Alpha Excadrill or not, I don't know. I do have an Excadrill from Scarlet and Violet, but as I said, I have a Trevenant as well. I don't have a Sharpedo, so Sharpedo will definitely be one that I go for sure. Yeah, for now, we've just got to keep kind of going at it. This is the way, unfortunately. And every now and then I'll have a little wander just to kind of see if anything around has spawned that may be shiny as well. So when I was hunting, I was actually hunting for a Scolipede. I'd like the shiny Scolipede. And that's when I got both my Pumpkaboos, because they're both there, which I don't have Pumpkaboo or Gorgeist, so they are both things we need. It is ultimately a lot of these travelling stuff, because that is the quickest way of resetting them. And running's just, I don't know, not as fun. Or it's just slower, I suppose. Yeah, this is what it's come to. Listen, the reward, I suppose, is that ultimately we'll be doing it for like half an hour, so in Scarlet, and you know, we can still get no shinies so easily. So, you know, I guess, I mean, it's the Shiny Charm. I think the Shiny Charm's better in this game as well than in Scarlet as well, because it's the same as the one in PLA, which I believe is 3 extra shiny rolls rather than 2. So that is also a bonus. So ultimately it's faster, I think, just because it feels like there's less variety. It might not be as fun, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's what I'm thinking anyway. But yeah, shiny Alpha Trevenant would be a really nice one to have, and I will certainly be parading it around if I get one. We have 2 shiny Alphas so far. The Fletchling from Wild Zone 3 and an Abomasnow, which we had before the Shiny Charm, and I wasn't hunting for, I just came across it, so that was pretty cool. I have quite a few in PLA as well, and obviously PLA is a bit longer to reset for, you know, because you have to go back to places and then revisit them to reset the Megas, the Alphas, sorry, or any of the Pokemon really. But there's, I suppose, a lot more range at the time, because I was never really hunting specifically. I mean, once Massive Mass Outbreaks came out, I suppose that upped it quite a bit. But even before that, I found, I think it was Shiny Torterra, Shiny Infernape, Shiny Nose, Probopass, Shiny Rhyperior, all of those being, actually Rhyperior might not be an alpha, but the other 3 all are. And I just happened to find them as I was kind of just parading around, so those ones, you know, I think a couple more as well maybe. I'm trying to think, a Shiny Alpha Dusknoir, that's another one that I just found, Shiny Alpha Zoroark. So there's been quite a lot of shiny alphas I've had, so I'd certainly like to get some more. I'm just glad they returned, because it was one thing we didn't know were going to come back, and I guess there's just something about a slightly more exclusive, you know, Pokemon, I guess, stronger as well. And in this case, they have guaranteed, 3 perfect IVs. They have a move that they might not usually have, which can, make them better for battles. But more importantly, they're just massive. And it's fun just having this huge Pokemon. So they're definitely something that I'm glad has returned, for sure. And I didn't know a lot of how did not mean to go in there, how this game was going to go. I knew obviously there were new Megas, as everyone did, and the ones they revealed. I was aware of their most. I mean, everyone I think sort of knew there were going to be Mega starters. I did know about Mega Scrafty, but I hadn't seen it. And I thought I was aware of Mega Dragalge, which obviously was real. Again, I just didn't see it. So all the leaks I knew, as it were, they weren't bad ones because I didn't actually see any of the Megas, which was nice. And I had no idea about the story either. So yeah, it's been good for me that I wasn't really spoiled on anything. Obviously, we've got through all of that in less than a week. But that's okay. Now it's time for shiny hunting. And we're finally going to get over 700 as well. So, Pumpkaboo and Gorgeist have already taken us over. Flabébé and multiple Flabébés are technically as counting as a Floette as well, which I will count for now. That's another 4 already, which ups the shiny counter to a very big number actually. Why don't we have a little look? I might put it in the title. So in our boxes, if I look in here. Just type in all of these. I know I have a Litleo. Skiddo, I'm pretty sure I have, yep. So Abomasnow we have as well. Pumpkaboo we don't have, and Gorgeist we don't have. Flabébé we don't have. Florges we do. Floette we don't. Fletchling and Fletchinder we do. Talonflame we don't. Ekans we don't. Arbok we don't. Okay, so technically right now we have a new Arbok because I already have an Ekans. Pumpkaboo, Gorgeist, Flabébé and Floette, which takes us up to 686 already, which is great. I just need to then add in all of these, so correct stage, Flabébé was, Pumpkaboo was, and then in a luxury ball, Pumpkaboo, Gorgeist, Arbok. As I said, we will replace some of these for sure. Just not yet. Okay, let's put the number in the title. 686 out of 1032. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we just have to keep sitting here, resetting for this. I might just do some walking around as well, get a good idea of where some more alphas are. I know there are a few that are just static, I just haven't picked up. In fact, why don't we get the Beedrill now? Oh wait, Beedrill isn't in the zone, actually, never mind. We'll get the Beedrill after we've tried for the Trevenant for a little bit. Yeah, there are plenty I need to get. And the good things, obviously, with the Shiny Charm, although I try to prefer to hunt for stages, I don't have to do that for Alpha. I'm happy just getting 3 Alpha Fletchlings. And although it's cooler finding a wild, Alpha something that I want, I just, I don't care enough about the Alpha Dex, or I don't know why I have to go to that extra effort to have it. So ultimately, we can just evolve multiple. Just need to catch multiple. Yeah, for now we're just going to keep resetting for this Trevenant, and hopefully we can get it soon. I believe I need Shiny Pinsir as well, so we will definitely take that. A Shiny Alpha. Phantom certainly wouldn't go amiss either. We just, have to get a bit lucky there. After this, I don't know what the focus will be, because that's the thing with this now, is that because we're not doing outbreaks of any kind, which we've had for a few years of games now, or the Poke Radar, for example, there's never really like an end limit or like a cut-off time. So, you know, for BDSP, the radar might break, the streak might break, the chain. Scarlet Violet, the sandwich may end, or we might finish the outbreak in Arceus, you know. So, because we don't have that anymore, it's kind of, you know, how long to really sit on one hunt. I guess until we're bored or want to get something else. I don't know. But yeah, we'll get there and work it out. I forgot which button it was then. I do want to travel here. See, we could try for the Sharpedo, but the best way for Sharpedo is a bench hunt, and that kind of sucks. Not only they just feel like a lot less resets, I suppose they are, than at least doing this. I mean, the reason it's sort of good for a bench hunt for Sharpedo is because then it also resets for the Arbok and Watchog, who I would ultimately like both. So it's kind of just a triple hunt, and that definitely saves time over trying to do them individually. And it's probably the only real way of doing Arbok and Watchog anyway in those scenarios. So yeah, it makes sense to do, unfortunately. Just got to keep resetting. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, we are in a slightly different part of my room now. I have the playing wall behind me, which will be decorated soon. We've got my plushes back, that's nice as well. You can see my cat on my bed over there. Yeah, still need to sort some things out, work out how I'm going to sort of present now, I guess. But yeah, things have progressed. I've got a new room, which is nice. So we repainted stuff, wallpapered one mini wall a little bit, and got the carpet changed. Or I say changed. I didn't have a carpet before, so that's all new. And I'm sitting over here now. I used to sit that side. The sitting cuties were always behind me. Just I was there, so you couldn't see them on screen before. So that would be nice to have them back again. But yeah, I imagine we won't talk a bit more about that until we get back to Dynamax Adventures, which may be a while. I don't know how long I'm going to do this for. Because I do have some plans, but I imagine with everyone playing ZA, it's probably going to be a while until we start doing some Dynamax Adventures, at least a little bit. Guess that depends on how popular they are in demand and how much I'm enjoying this or whatever. So, you know, we'll work it out as we go along, but for now we can just sit here and do this. At least we're doing it like this as well. I can see when it's shiny for the first time, hopefully, so it's not just do a load of resets and then have a check. It does make me excited for the DLC though. I wonder how that's going to work. I'm assuming being able to leave Lumiose, because you are able to technically leave Lumiose, it just acts like you were in a dream and you never did. I imagine that might be a part of it, and it won't be actually within the city at all. It would be a completely new map, sort of like well, I suppose like all of them. That's that's sort of the point. But I thought maybe they might just extend, like a new bit opens or something. But I suppose that wouldn't be then in the city. So I imagine they'll open a new place. I mean, if it's a whole dimension, I guess somewhere we probably haven't even been before. But with the fact that we're going to get 2 new Mega Raichus in there, hopefully Mega Hooper, just being able to catch Hooper is exciting. Maybe the return of some other Megas. Maybe we'll see any of the Gen 3 legendaries. Mewtwo, Diancie, and then I said hopefully we get Hooper. I'm trying to think, is there anyone else that's missing? Oh, the Gen 3 starters as well. So maybe we'll see some of those guys, I don't know. But hopefully we get to see some more Megas. I was so gutted there was no Mega Trevenant. I really thought there was a chance. After I saw Alpha in here, and most of the Alphas I'd come across ended up getting Megas, so I was really, really praying it was, because I love Trevenant. But at the same time, they gave Hawlucha one, and I love Hawlucha, so I'm okay with that. And also, what if they messed it up? What if it was really ugly? then I would have been gutted. So, yeah, there's that, and it's, you know, space for the future. You know, I hope it's like, instead of the just because it was the first sort of gimmick they did. I do hope that although we get like returning gimmicks, you know, I'm happy to have Dynamax come back. I think Z moves are kind of pointless, but especially considering it takes up an item slot. But I do hope Megas become... I know it's sort of the focus of this game, but I do hope that they become a recurring feat across lots of games, because it is just a more fun version. It's just, you know, improving upon, or hope, you know, adding to an already existing Pokemon, which I feel like is easy to do than to introduce new ones for a lot of people. I mean, in terms of Kanto now, we've had pretty much everything, right? I think so. Well, let me have a look at the Kanto decks. Kanto. Well, let's just look at the Let's Go decks, actually. That's going to be the easiest, isn't it? So yeah, obviously the starters all have had Megas. Butterfree got a Mega. Dynamax, Beedrill got a Mega. Pidgeot got a Mega. Alolan Raticate. Okay, Fearo's had nothing. Arbok, I think, has also had nothing. Obviously Raichu has Alolan Sandslash. Either of the Nidorans, they didn't have versions and they haven't had Megas. So both Nidorans, okay. Or Nidoking, Nidoqueen. Clefable has, Ninetale has, Wigglytuff hasn't, I don't think. No, I don't think so. Golbat, oh, technically it got Igglybuff actually. So I'll take that one off. Yeah, Crobat came in. They got Blossom. Parasect. No, I don't think Parasect's had anything. Okay, actually, it's a bit more than I thought. I guess a lot of the same ones get stuff, and that's usually where the issue lies. We spawned anything yet? I don't think so, right? That doesn't look like it. It's weird how quickly some things can spawn off of doing stuff like this and how slowly it does other times. And I get that's sort of the point of odds, but yeah, it's still kind of weird to think about, really. Yeah, we'll keep going until the day's up, or the night's up, because Trevenant will despawn anyway. Then we'll go get our Alpha Beedrill that we don't have for some reason yet. And then move it over. I tell you what, actually, I need to check. There's a few Pokemon in the normal decks that I'll move over after this, so I don't have to go and get alphas of them. Because I did it for some that I replaced, because I wanted to just have both in there, because it felt cooler, I guess. But I think I should probably move over all of the ones first rather than catching more, because I might have done that. And I kind of want to have a point now where I don't just catch another alpha and have an alpha in both. I kind of want to have a normal in one and alpha in the other. For no apparent reason at all, apart from, I don't know, it would be cool. So there is that, but yeah, otherwise it's a bit silly. Come on, Trevenant. I suppose the big thing is to consider a lot of the Pokemon I really... there's a lot of Pokemon I really like that are in this game. And therefore I can shiny hunt for. I would love to have seen Crawdaunt, actually. I feel like Mega Crawdaunt would have been cool. But yeah, I could properly shiny hunt for Trevenant in its, I mean, I could get it in Scarlet. It's just, I don't know, felt less likely, I think, in Kitakami. But obviously Sharpedo's here, so I can get Sharpedo, which is great. Hawlucha as well. As an alpha, fingers crossed. I will try. As I said, I do have it shiny. But I'd love to get all the alphas shiny, to be honest. I mean, realistically, it's going to be quite difficult for all the ones that are in Wild Zone 20. But I'm sure we'll get some from there. It'll just be interesting who they end up being. But But yeah, we'll see who else we can get for sure. I'm trying to think who else. Dramper, I'm excited to get a shiny. I really like Dramper. I love its Mega as well. I think it's awesome. Who else have we got? Other Pokemon. I think, again, it's just, I think, ultimately a thing of being able to catch them like that. It makes it a lot more fun for me, in my head anyway. So as we get more time doing this as well, because although it is just faster than I think running back and forward, we're just stopping time every time we teleport back, so we're not wasting up the night as we run back and forth. So. That's another thing actually I want to talk about in this game is I think the music's really good. I've definitely paid more attention to it now than I would have in the past. But I've like listening in deep to it, I'm just like, yeah, this is actually really good. I really like it. I really like the vibes of it. And this is one of the most fun games I've had playing. This is one of the most fun games I've had playing. This is one of the most fun games I've played. There we go. And I think so much of that is due to the battle system. I really like the battle system. And I know, although they probably won't ever switch from their formula, or at least not their, you know, because ultimately Pokemon has always been a turn-based thing. You know, they switched up slightly with Legends Arceus and going this agile and strong style moves to kind of, you know, change up slightly the order. Sort of the free form, I don't know, more RPG style I really like. I don't know if that's what Clair Obscure is like, then that's amazing. I'm really loving that, because I still haven't played that, and a lot of people tell me that the battle system's really great there. But I think this is just, one, it's a lot more fun. I think it will make the competitive scene a lot more interesting, because it really changes up so much of what people think they know about battling, because it isn't just about, oh, this move does this. It now is a different version of that move and reacts differently in a different environment, which I think is a lot more interesting, and I think it will be quite strange to kind of see how things play out and how people deal with it in the competitive scene, because it is definitely different. I mean, there's some moves that are now very helpful, some that are definitely a lot worse. I mean, things like Future Sight, you've got to be able to hold your ground, otherwise it's completely pointless. You know, all your roars and things like that, it doesn't actually change much, it just moves them out of the way. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see when people, you know, competing for that, like, Worlds or whatever, because I think it's a very interesting and new format. And obviously without most Pokemon not having their technical abilities as well, certainly makes it interesting. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Alright, so Trevenant didn't seem to be shiny there. It might be at some point, you never know. Do I have an Alpha Vivillon? I do not. Let's get an Alpha Vivillon. Okay, let's send Dragonite out. There we go. I'm pretty sure we have Alpha Weeping Bell already, but I'll check as we come up here. Let's go clear a few Alphas then, I think. Yeah, we have Alphas for all these guys. Okay. It's mainly first stage evolutions, isn't it? Ultimately. This is not the right one. This is the one with Salamence in it, as you can see there. I did actually get a wild shiny Alpha Bagon earlier, which was helpful. Okay, so where we want to go. So let's go pick up this Beedrill. Oh, hey KG. Sure, what's up? Oh, there's another Alpha Pumpkaboo. Cool, that one is huge. Where are you, Beedrill? There you are. you need to hit B drill. Okay, let's go. So many alpha pumpkinoos. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay, never mind. Oh, why's my bit rate up? That's never good. Okay, we're not dropping frames, so let's just heal you up. Oh yeah, sure, we can do some. I just did it with random people online. It's pretty easy. It's only if you want the Pokemon back, I suppose. I mean, I'm happy to get a few done. I kind of want to have my own ones in my decks anyway. How far are you in the story? Because is there anything you don't want to be spoiled and I can try and hide for you? Oh, you want it back, okay. You're done? Okay, amazing. Makes my life a lot easier. I am done with everything. So you see there's no side missions left. There's no main missions left. I think I've got all the screws. I might not. There might be some more. I've certainly got all the plushes. So there might be some more. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I've done everything else. And obviously I've done both dexes as well. All the research. You know, so that's completely done. We have the shiny charm. Everything here is finished. So yeah, I did grind a little bit for that. But in terms of trade evolutions, yeah. So this Kadabra's an alpha. Okay, let me move everyone over who's an alpha so I can see who's normal in here. Because I want to move over any alphas. Oh, I also want to take out shinies to be separate as well. So let's put you in there. Okay, so Pangoro, which means I need to level up Pancham. Yep, there it goes. What else have we got? Okay, I think I have gone through most of these, to be fair. Which is good. I can get my Slowrate evolved, but I need your help registering some other trade evolutions in my decks. Yeah, that's fine, no worries. I mean, a lot of them you can just pick up as alphas. There's only I think 4 you can't get, which is Slowking, Aromatisse, what's it called, Slurpuff, and Steelix. I think they're the 4 you can't get on your own. So like this one. These are ones I've traded, and I want to trade my own. So I need to get another Spritzy then. You also need to come out because you're also shiny. In fact, these are my first 2 shinies I found. Obviously the Mareep was part of a quest, but did I check all of these now? Okay, I think that's it then, alpha-wise. Okay, in that case, how many do you need to do? I'll just do as many as you need to do, because I would like to get a few. Do I have an Alpha Spritzy? Oh, I do, perfect. And then we'll evolve this Swirlix as well. Scizor, Steelix, and Slowking. Okay. Oh yeah, you need to trade for Scizor as well. So do you just need to straight up register them? No, because then I might as well just trade with you. Alright, we can do some evolutions as well. Alright, let's do some then. I think play, trade. Oh, actually, let me change my title first. Or has it gone up to gold? Yeah, there we go, because I've done all of them. Lovely. Let's do my usual code, why not? That work? Oh, I didn't realise it started searching immediately. Oh damn, you're missing a few. Tyranitar you can get from Wild Zone 20. Chestnut, I think I just evolved a Chespin. Chespin's in Wild Zone 18, I think. But yeah, we can trade them if you want. Okay, I'm going to assume that's you off the bat. Is that you? I would assume so. Just need the Slow King back, okay. Well, oh, I need to give these things items. I want to evolve them. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me give those 2 items, because I want to evolve those guys. Give... Oh, I have to get them out of my boxes, for God's sake. I mean, I don't need the Evos, I want my ones back. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I've done everything now. I said I've got the Shiny Charm, I've completed all the Dexes. I've done everything. I just want to have my own ones that I'll eventually register in home. And these ones I have to trade for. The very first person I actually traded with to get a Aromatisse didn't trade me one back with a sachet, so I just lost one. Okay, send Alpha Spritzy over. Oh, that's not you. You're right. Let's do 9633 then, just to be safe. I guess on an active game like that, someone out there is bound to have the same thought as me. Okay, there we go. You have given your Slowbro King's Rock. Oh no, hold on, no. You need to give it to Slowpoke. Slowbro can't evolve. Slowpoke evolves into Slowking or Slowbro. It's a split Evo. So yeah, give it to a Slowpoke first, and then you can do it. I'll just start searching again. Should write a better list actually. This is the problem, is the tracker website I use doesn't get updated for a while, so woo. Okay, evolve in time. Okay, I'll send that straight back. Okay, there's my Alpha Aromatisse. Okay, so what do you need now? Am I just sending over the ones you need and then we'll just trade them back? Sizzle, Steel. Okay, so Slowking you've now got. So you need me to trade you Scizor and Steelix, yeah? Where's Scizor and Steelix? Oh, that was Steelix there. Or do you want your own ones? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. Do you want to trade your own ones over? Or do you want to trade... Just need them registered, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is one that obviously got traded to me. We've all got names. I'll evolve them all at some point, but I can't bother for now. I mean, the Delphox and Chestnut shouldn't be too hard to get. Both Fennekin and Chespin are available via quests. And you can find wild Fennekin and Chespin in specific areas. Where's Sizzle? Tyranitar as well. Tyranitar, there's wild Larvitar, and I believe Pupitar actually. But it's also just available in Wild Zone 20. Just have to reset a little bit for it. Okay, I mean, do you have not any experience candies? I feel like I had loads. I had no issues with evolving anything. I mean, to be fair, I did, whilst I was kind of clearing up the rest of the story, I did end up... can I move these now? No, I can't. I did end up moving a few around, or having them in my party just to evolve them. Where are the others? Oh, you see, I didn't use XP candies to level up anyone. Like in my actual playthrough. Oh, there. I only used them for... Actually, I used it for Gardevoir, like once, I think. Just for a bit easier, like doing one of the rogue megas a little bit easier. But then, apart from that, everything was used for evolving, which I barely had to use, to be fair. Most of them were either already at their level, or I just had in my parties I was doing it, because there were still other Pokemon needed, so I was like, I don't need to bother doing this until I've, you know, maybe it's my only thing left for the Shiny Charm, and obviously the battles were obviously the thing left for the Shiny Charm. No, fair enough. I mean, I swapped from normal Excadrill to Alpha Excadrill when I came across it, but they're pretty much the same level at the time, so it wasn't really an issue. Tyranitar. Yeah, I have the fossils evolved. How all those thumbs up? Are they all ones? Oh, I think it's just automatic filling of ones you don't have registered in the decks, probably. Yeah, I mean, this is why I didn't bother doing any of this or leveling anything up, because I was like, ultimately, this is only for getting the shiny charm, which I still have battles to do for anyway. I'm sure they'll just level up in the meantime. No, you won't need it. I've just got my Master Duel sitting around. I don't know what the point of them giving it to us was. I think it's probably just for shiny hunting purposes, because I mean, there's no other reason to need it. And you can get them from, I think, the ranked rewards, so you can just kind of get them more often. And I think the whole point is for people who want a rare shiny hunting Pokeballs, I guess. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Okay, now I've got to slightly organise these. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries, man. Just gotta reorder them slightly now. So you go there. 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 And... oh, no, wrong side. You go there. You go there. Okay, cool. These things registering now. Who do I go hunt is the real question. Let's have a little look at who's available in here right now. Because there probably is a shiny that's saved on the map somewhere that I haven't seen or hasn't registered or saved or whatever, so... oh, an Alpha Talonflame. I'm not going to bother because they're very easy to get. Fletchinders, fletchlings. So maybe we'll set for a few alphas that I need. Maybe get some shinies in the meantime, you never know. Who are the alphas? Alpha Gallade and Diggersby. Okay, Gallade we have. Diggersby we also have. Oh, Alpha Roserade we don't know. I need you. Just missing 3. Yeah, I mean if it's the last 3, then yeah. Okay, come on Roserade, don't escape. Yeah, nice. I think... oh, Roserade goes here, don't they? Yeah. Okay, nice. I do actually want to focus on shiny hunting though, so we'll do some alphas later. I think I kind of want to try for the monkeys again. Or I could go for Skoda. Yeah, we'll try for the monkeys again. It does just mean resetting like this, but that's how shiny hunting in this game goes, unfortunately. Imagine if you could fly around the city like Braviary, then that would be the best way to shiny hunt. Because you just see so many Pokemon. And you have these crazy good odds. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. Like I said, I think they had to account for certain ways of being able to hunt by doing it. If you ran away and came back, it wasn't the same Pokemon, unlike in PLA. I do wish there was an elevator or a holovator behind me, though. Yeah, then what we'll do is, after we've done a few, what I should do actually is, we could work out, I wonder if there's a way of working out the odds, of course there will be, the chances, in fact, you know what, I'm going to do some ChatGPT questioning. Let's have a little look here. So, ChatGPT. So, oh god, if a shiny Pokemon chance is 1 in... Is it 1 in 1,024 for this? 1 in 1,024. And there are 4 Pokemon. There. Then... And a single reset rolls those odds again. Can you give me a table of percentages that outline the likelihood of finding a shiny after a certain number of rolls? Let's see what it says for that. Yeah, see, I did this at school. I can't remember. Okay, so our chance of getting a shiny is at 56.5% after 200 resets. Okay, but how many Pokemon are in range in the... where did I put my controller there? In here as well. Because that will, you know, massively go up. I'm just talking about the monkeys. I mean, so if we put a little marker here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. I think Ekans is in range because we did reach it last time. So 9 extra Pokemon. You just have to hope it's amongst them. Okay. What about now if there are 30 Pokemon? So for 13 Pokemon per reset, %50 chances after about 50 resets. By 100, it's 75% likely. So if we just do a decent amount of resets here, it is likely we find a shiny. It's just whether it's the one we want. And technically, it goes down, obviously, once we find a shiny as well, but because those can't be replaced. But obviously, if we found a shiny and we've already reached the target goal, anything extra is a bonus. So yeah, the plan is just do a decent amount of resets and then go check. Obviously, we do want the shinies on top of the roof. I mean, there's probably a few more, actually, that are in range that I may end up running past, but I'm just not aware of yet. We'll do a few resets here. And hopefully a shiny elemental monkeys on the roof. Maybe even multiple. I mean, the good thing is that we do have it's 1 alpha and then 3 normal ones. I don't know if the normal ones are always one of each. I doubt they are, but across 4 Pokemon, it's likely it's very, very likely you get 2, and probably likely you get 3. I can't imagine we get 2 of each. So there's a lot more combinations where there's 3 of them. So fingers crossed that happens. And then we have a shiny chance of all of them, and a shiny chance of one of them being alpha. Alright. Let's have a little look in here first, where it is more likely we find a shiny. You never know. I mean, a shiny Speeper would be nice. I do have a shiny Scatterbug placed as a Speeper. Aha, there we go. Already heard something. Who is shiny here? It's not you. In fact, we need to save then. We already heard a shiny. Don't know who it is yet. Maybe someone outside. So, I certainly don't see anyone. I just need to get that thing off of you. Okay, let's just come out of here. So we know we're safe. We've got the shiny now. It's just who it is. Okay, so let's save our game and go check over the right side. Maybe it's this side. But it did trigger on the left. Okay. Aha! It's you. Hello. You're hiding from me. I do have this as a shiny, but again, a win's a win. A new shiny's a new shiny. Well, I say new. I think there are actually even more available that I can't see. So, and so of course there will be a couple available in the street that we haven't been aware of either. So, yeah, there's plenty of shiny chance here just from a few resets, which is great. You know, the shiny charm is an absolute lifesaver. You know, 4 times better odds. I guess there's a chance that it's Cleffer as well. That should be in range, I'd assume. Oh, okay, no, look, there we go. We got no Pansage. Interesting. So, I mean, it's likely we get at least 2. So there's that, which is good. There we go. That's our first lot of resets. And there's a shiny, not one we wanted, but that's okay. So we'll put you in the shiny box. All the way over an 18. I really want to do this. So I'm going to do this now. I want to see if these will move in the order that I want them to. Guess not. I'm just going to move these all along too, because I want to put the original ones in first. So, obviously Mareep is a quest shiny, but it was my first one. And then Spinarak goes in there. Lovely. Okay, so save our game. And now we'll reset again. I could maybe get a shiny or a reset encounter to appear. Maybe every time the loading screen appears. Only downside is then it will go up for other things. It's going to go up for other things anyway. These are all so vague. There's nothing really specific to... I suppose if Wild Zone 4 comes up there, we could do it. Let's give it a go. I haven't actually set up my auto shiny counter for a new thing in a while. Okay, so what we want is every time... that appears on the screen, basically. So we go into here. Where do I save it? I can't remember where I save it. Stream cat pics. Okay. Okay, so let's put you in there. Did that work? Apparently not. There we are. So Wild Zone 4. So what we want is a new notepad, please. So 0. Wild Zone 4. Go, so we now have that saved. And I believe if we now do, so Wild Zone 4 and then Wild Zone 4, I then just need to do that. I need to set up the counter, which, give me a minute, is called that. Zone reset counter. Zone resets. And then we'll just make it black. Give it a slight background. Maybe make it slightly thicker than that. And then I need to, how do I change it so it instead of following, you read from a file? Oh yeah. Do I have? No, I can't move it across. Okay. How do I do it? Hold on. How on earth do I do it in this one then? Let's go into one of my other things, because this one's one thing. Oh, I know how, because that one's done manually. Okay, there we go. I'm interested to see if this works. So, I've now got this showing. If I do this, and then that. See, it doesn't recognise that. Try again. This does seem to... Either I've forgotten how this works very well, or something's broken about it. Because you should be able to spot that. Oh, wait, no, it's because I'm in the way. It's because I'm in the way. Oh, no, I'm not. This is just... It's just bad for some reason. I mean, look, I can up it manually. Like that. I might just have to do that then. Which in that case, let's just copy over that. Change it so it says zone resets. Change it to black. Change this to white. I now need to work out how I did the number. It was this one, wasn't it? Oh god. Why do you up to outbreak encounters, not zone resets? Oh, I can't remember anything of how this works. Hotkeys. How do I get it to say something other than outbreak encounters? So if I do that and then change it, it goes back to outbreak. But I can't remember why. I don't want it to say that. Why can't I get it to say something else? For God's sake, hold on. Hey Zena0, I'm so sorry. I've been trying to sort out my auto counter. It's not working. Yeah, I have plenty of shinies. What I've been trying to do is currently reset for the elemental monkeys, but it's not been going the best, so I thought I'd try set up my auto counter that I have, that basically auto counts every time some sort of image appears on the screen to give me an idea of how many resets I've done, because I worked it out of, you know, the chances of a shiny appearing with a certain amount of resets. But unfortunately, my counter I can't get to work, and I have no idea why. So I might try to sort that out for another stream. But basically, if I do about 50-ish resets, a little bit less, it's over 50% chance there's a shiny. I think it's like 57% chance, either in here or in like the local area. And I think it's probably a bit less resets and a bit higher percentage chance because there's definitely a few I haven't accounted for that I've missed or just irrelevant. Now, obviously, there are only a few that we want to try and get, but yeah, ultimately, the monkeys are the main focus, at least right now, because they're ones I definitely don't have. In terms of shinies I do have, though, I have everything in here. So these are all the shinies I've got. A few of them I did get from the Wild Zone 3 resetting, because it was fun. But I have 2 Pumpkaboos, which I've gone for, and Ekans and Spinarak from here. But I do have the Shiny Charm, so we do have a better chance. But yeah, I do want to set up my auto counter because it's quite helpful seeing how many singular resets I've done. So I can get an idea of if it's a good time to check for a shiny yet. Because I feel like if I don't have an end goal, an end amount of resets, I might be in a position where I go, oh, have I done enough yet? Let me just go check, and I bet, you know, done very few. Okay, any shinies around here? And ideally, so we don't really want a shiny here. We want one a bit later on. I mean, I'll take a Spupa. A Spupa I wouldn't mind. Everything else I'm not too bothered. Unless it's an Alpha, of course. We'll take an Alpha. But let's go check for the monkeys now. So I don't think if we're here, if they are shiny, it will be near enough. But I'll stand there every time just in case it is. You never know. Come on, monkeys. Okay, they don't look shiny to me. Nah, don't think so. Yeah, so now what I want to be able to do is go here and then kind of cycle through, but I just can't get my stupid counter to work properly. I don't really know why. So, even my auto counter seems a bit off. I increment my counter and it changes the text. OBS. Ah, it's in a script. That's why. Where do I check scripts? Tools. Scripts, here we are. There we go, I've gotcha. Death counter, that's exactly what I want. Except now, I want it to be my zone things that I've got rid of course. Create new zone counter. And then we do tools, scripts. Where's zone counter? Oh wait, what? Why can't I add you? Text source. Does it have to be a different type of text? Is that why? No, these look like the same type of text to me. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe it's this type of... No, because that's a it's the same type. Why wouldn't you let me use you then? Oh, I think that's might be why. No, but that doesn't make sense either. Oh, I'm very lost. This is very upsetting. Okay, well, at least I found it. Zone counter. I have set up a text. Okay, wait, let me write something in it. See if it will do it now. Aren't you there? Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, let's just get rid of it then. And we'll do this one. And we'll just change what it says. It's going to say zone resets. And we'll start at 0. And then close. And then every time I do that, it goes up and down. Gotcha. Now I can at least do it manually, but it still would have been better if I could have done it automatically. I have an auto counter, and it only seems to work for Arceus now. I can't work out why it doesn't work for anything else. I don't know if the image needs to be smaller or something. It might do, but I have no idea. So but yeah, we'll go to 50 resets and then check. I think that's the plan, because I feel like that's a nice amount to check at. Unless we see a shiny, of course. But yeah, I need me to sort this out because I don't want to be manually doing this. It's just an awkward position as well. Oh. It's easier with left hand, but not really. I just went up loads. Why did I do that? Oh, because I was used to spamming A on my right hand for the controller. Okay. Getting there. Yeah, I was probably doing less than 50 before. I mean, I've also said 13 as the shiny chance. I think probably more like 16, 17, but that's still only in the zone. There might be a couple on the street I've missed, but this is how we're going to do this. How long until nighttime? Okay, still away. So we can keep doing this and then go to Pan Sage and then Trevenant afterwards. Alright. How do I... Is there a quicker way to set it to 0? There must be a quick way. Don't have to do that. Let's have a look. Anyone in here? Oh, 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 shiny, shiny. Is that going Spinnerack again? Who's shiny? It wasn't Speeper. It's not Ekans either. Okay, well... Is it Speeper? No. Okay, well... We'll just do what we should be doing. Oh, an Alpha Ekans. I'm not sure we have one of those yet. So let's save. Do we have an Alpha Ekans for a start? I went the wrong way. That's fine. No, I don't even have my Alpha Arbok in here. Damn, okay, cool. First of all, let's catch this Alpha Ekans, and then we need to find where this shiny is. So there is a shiny somewhere. Okay. So that's that done. Save again, so we've actually got that down. Where is the shiny? I heard it when I was over here. Maybe it's outside? Where is it? Maybe it is outside. Definitely heard it. It was roughly when I came over here, so let's have a little look outside then. So there may be more out here. Aha! Hello, Kakuna. You're the shiny. I will catch you. And there you go. So there are more in the region as well, which is nice. And I said it didn't take too much effort. A bit of boring resetting, but then once you kind of do it, you're nearly always rewarded, which is amazing. So let's put our Ekans in the box. I think it was... no, way further. Is it down here then? Yep, there goes Ekans. Amazing. Let's go check again for the monkeys. Again, I have no idea if I can actually reach them from there, but at least we know we can kind of, you know, we just, I think if we just do a certain number of resets, we can almost guarantee a shiny. Well, not guarantee, but have odds in our favour. Those look shiny. Damn, okay. I'm more interested to see what else could potentially be benefiting off our resets. If there is anything, because I'm checking those ones every time, but there are maybe some others that are nearby that are benefiting from the resets that I'm not checking. I mean, that was in a decent range, to be fair. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's reset here again until we get nighttime for Trevenant, and then we'll reset off of that. But yeah, I absolutely need to get something to try and catch this zone reset, 'cause it's very annoying. I don't understand why it can't. It can do Arceus fine. Maybe it has to be on the screen for a period of time. I will rewatch the video. The guy who made it hasn't done anything with it since he pretty much did it, so it's not. I can't really like ask him because I've had other issues with it. I tried doing it for my Masuda hunting, and I couldn't get it to work. So I may need to either try and find an alternative that people use. Although I've seen a lot of people use this one. I just can't work out what the issue is, because from how I understand the program works, it's effectively trying to match. I don't know if it checks the whole screen. I don't think it does. Oh, no, it must do. And then it's just trying to find a match, a percentage match of that image. And Masuda's 65%. That's the only one that actually works for Arceus now. For some reason, the higher percentage checking ones don't, but I just don't understand, because it seems to be able to identify when it does it, although admittedly it is a bit delayed when it does Arceus, so maybe it's actually when it's a lot bigger. So maybe I can't do a big object. So Arceus, I have it by when the exclamation mark appears on my character, but maybe the image of my character because it's so small, to actually match that image, it ends up being when my character is big on the screen. Because it's when I start to walk towards Arceus, that's when it ticks over. And I don't think it's delayed. I think it's maybe just identifying the picture wrong. I don't know. It's so hard to say. Yeah, I don't know. But I'll have a look into it, because I would very much like to be able to zone reset without having to manually press this button every time. You know, it's not convenient either. Plus, if I end up doing Tyrant or Amora at some point, then, you know, I need to be prepared for that. Can't imagine I will, to be fair. Although, admittedly, it's not like egg hatching. But, actually, no, because Masuda is going to be way faster. This is just straight up resetting, so... I suppose the upside is that I have plenty of money. So I could buy tons and tons of fossils. I could just buy the max. So there is that, I suppose. See how it goes. Maybe do 100 here and there. So I certainly would like to get them. Especially Amora. I think Amora's a really nice shiny. Probably a better way to reset this as well. I would assume there would have been a button. In fact, is there a hotkey I've got saved? Settings, hotkeys, increment counter, decrement counter, reset counter. Is there not a reset one? Okay, just checking the script. Oh, okay, I can do that. That's quickish. All right, let's have a look in here then. Any shinies? I should do this area at night, because I do need a shiny Honedge. I need the whole line for that, actually, so... Okay, doesn't seem like there's anyone in here. This might be a dud one, unfortunately. Okay, let's go check the monkeys again. Do these guys spawn here every time, or is it just sometimes? Okay, looks like it's sometimes. Weedle was there, but no Kakuna. Yeah, so let's make our way up there. I don't know if we're in range of Cleffa as well. You never know, you might be. I don't know if I have a shiny Cleffa. I think I would assume I do, but... no shiny. Damn it. Okay, we do the reset it again. It'd be helpful if at least it was on my controller or something. Because on my keyboard I'd have to reach out every time to do it. Yeah, and I much prefer this over bench resetting. Because it's so much faster, and we get to shiny check effectively a lot more often. Bench resetting, the only upside, I suppose, is probably easier to... what's it called? Automate. But I don't really want to do that very much. I don't like that idea. Just having controllers do things for you. It's not really shiny hunting then. The whole thing of shiny hunting is that it's, you know, a bit grindy, right? So, yeah, not ideal. but we'll have to do some for some of the shinies we want to get. Especially some of those alphas. Just need to be very aware of if I'm shiny resetting and it changes from day to night, to check at night and then also just go back and check in the day. Because there might be some shinies that aren't there anymore and only appear in the day, and then don't want to miss them, and then, you know, they get erased later on. Best to keep track of it early. It does look like it's literally about to go tonight. Oh, I did that twice. But yeah, 4 times. I get like that shinies are common, like with how easy it is to reset, but I can make them 4 times more common. The grind for the shiny charm, worth it. For sure. I mean, based off odds, after our last reset giving us nothing, it's extremely likely we find a shiny now. It's not guaranteed, but it is pretty likely, I would say. It's more likely than not, basically. Like a comfortable amount. See, I'm tempted to put it for that little Pokeball, but I don't know if. Maybe I could just do it for the loading screen. The problem is that the matching percentage won't be. It might be. It might be. You know what? Oh my god. Oh, I thought that was a shiny alpha then. Okay, so that's our final reset there. So I'm going to press yes and instantly do. Oh, damn it, I messed it up. Okay, we're doing another reset. Okay, so I've got a screen grab of the singular loading screen there. Okay, it is about to go to nighttime, so let me just do that for a second. I'm going to try it one more time here. So, because then this will do. We don't have to do any specific wild zone. This can be just for a loading screen, which is the upside of this. ZA loading screen. And then if we go to our shiny counter, open a window for that to work off of, do that, go to ZA loading screen and our wild zone, and then make it Masuda, do that, and then make a new text just called zone resets, and then read from file this one. Okay, it says 2 at the moment, but can I change the color? Yeah. Let's just see if this works. I'm curious. Oh, it did! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I got it. I gotcha. I gotcha. Does mean I need another one. So let's rename you to. Should we just copy you? Duplicate. Zone resets. Rename. Num. And then all I have to do is change the color to do that. And we'll just make it a 70% opacity. And then do the same for this. Instead do zone resets black with a white background at 70%. Put you down here. Put you down here. Oh, I'm going to have to make this the same size. Duplicate, copy, duplicate. Rename. And then all I have to do is move you across. There we go, it's a bit easier. And now, if we do another reset. Oh, yes. Gotcha. Okay, so I think I need a bigger image then. I think that's why things were struggling before. It's because of the imaging. Okay, and it's turned to nighttime as well. We'll go check for the monkeys again. And then what I'll do is turn it back to day to double check any more day spawns that may have been saved and as shiny, and then we'll come back. Because now there's patch rats in here. That of course we didn't see before. And then may just make it back to night anyway and do some. The only thing I need to be able to do is reset, so we can just do that like that. Ah, oh, perfect. Yeah, so I guess that's why it's not working. So then for Masuda, that means I need to have the whole screen. I guess for all of them I need to have the whole screen. Okay, these guys are still here. And they're not shiny. So, yeah, the only downside is travelling anywhere. He's going to do one like that. But that's okay. Whilst we're doing that, we can just reset it when we're ready. Yeah, so it malfunctions a bit there, but it doesn't really matter because we're not, you know, we don't care about the resets. Oh, it didn't do it then. Oh, that's a concern. Alright, anyone we missed in here? I doubt it. We did cover most areas pretty efficiently, I think. Yeah, I think we're good. Just go check over here, because why not? No, it doesn't seem to be anything here. Alright, in that case, I am going to make it night again and reset the same place. Because I feel like this is a decent-ish place. We'll get some honage, hopefully. Pat rat we still need. There's others we need as well, but yeah. I just need to make sure these are always going. There's a chance it doesn't reset it. I mean, this is technically a reset, but I'm not going to count it. Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's more just my personal thing of checking. It's effectively comparing against a black screen, isn't it? Okay, it's kind of concerning it didn't do that. So if I reset the counter, right, I've gone to the wrong zone, so go back to 4. Okay, there we go. So it is doing 1. I'm going to reset the counter again. Okay, and now, there we go, you can see a hone edge there. So now I'm going to do it and hopefully it stays auto counters. I'm guessing with the quick... Okay, so that didn't do it there. Why not? All there. Great. Is it just doing it every other or something? Is it, maybe it's not expecting them to be so fast? Okay, in that case, we'll go to 25 then. Oh, that is a stupid thing. I'll work it out. I'll work it out, but that is kind of stupid that that's what's happening. You know what? I'm going to try something else. I'm going to change this to... I'm going to end the hunt. Do it again. But this time, I'm going to do soft reset. I don't know if that will change anything, because from what I can understand, I think he only did this for accuracy reasons, rather than thing reasons. Yeah, like now it won't even recognise it. Right. Okay, you know what? Let's try get a I want to try get a black screen. There we go. I'm sure that will do. So let's add 6 to the counter. End the hunt. Go in here. Screenshots. Oh, one screenshots there. Add you in here as ZA black screen. And then if we go back in here and do that instead. See if we get it now. I guess it's too short of a frame. Yeah, it must be. Alright. God, this is really annoying. Gotta be better ways of doing this. So let's change it back to the original loading screen. Do that. And I guess... Oh, actually, I could change the increment. So now, if I'm doing it fast enough... There we go. Okay, so because I'm doing it too fast, we're going to change the increment so that's 2. This is not a good way of doing it, but if it works, eh? So this should go up by 2 now. There we go. And then I'll do another one. And it doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know. There must be a time limit or something. We've got a consistent system, so I can't complain. I just wish it was a bit better. I'm assuming it's a cooldown thing. I wouldn't really know. I don't know exactly how it's set up. I can probably make my own, to be fair, nowadays. I'm sure ChatGPT could make a very good one. bit slower there. Okay, it still didn't do it. It must be quite a big cooldown then. I suppose there was nothing before where you had to you reset it this fast. Yeah, so now we do that. We reset that. No, I should probably just leave it because we have to reset it again anyway, probably, by teleporting around. We end up doing that. Any shinies? Doesn't look it here. I don't see a Hone Edge either, which is annoying. I said, at least we've got a slightly consistent system. Said, not really, but it definitely could be worse. So I can't really complain too much. Okay, let's reset again. Okay, interesting you didn't get it there. Okay, it is currently on 4, that is correct. So I'm just going to let it chill, because I don't know why it was taking so long there. And now let's go again. There we go. I'm guessing the initial teleporting is a bit odd. If it's not the same area, it doesn't load as fast maybe? Maybe that's all it is? I don't know, but it can't seem to recognise it if I teleport to a place, which is probably a good thing. Move this across as well. To be fair, I could probably do it for that, because the majority of the screen will match then. But actually, no, if the issue is how often the resets are, then it won't improve if it is. Which I'm assuming is the issue. It might not be, but it'd be weird for that to be the case. Because I'd get it more if it was just like, oh, maybe it's, you know, it's a different message, but there's a different message pretty much every time. We only gave it one message to look at, so yeah, I don't know. It's just a shame Trevenant's slightly slower. Although I said it might benefit in terms of these resets. It might give us enough time to have the counter work properly. Okay, 47. 48. 49. It's like literally like 2 minutes. That's the thing which makes it so good. Alright, 50 resets. Let's check for shinies. Ah, oh, damn, no Hone Edge. It's okay. Mind you as well, obviously, resetting and then checking them all, it isn't like decreasing our odds. It's just more of kind of a update because, you know, so I'm not going, oh, I should have, you know, gone a bit longer, I shouldn't have gambled. It doesn't matter. The shiny chance is still the same, so I can just keep doing it. And effectively over time, as you know, general odds work, I am improving my chances the more I do it. So yeah, there is that. It's not like I'm cutting out my chances, my odds. Okay, none of those look shiny. Nope. Okay. Let's travel here. Technically reset, but I'm just not going to count those. Give it a second. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's actually got them in the right order this time. And obviously, anytime we travel anywhere or do anything, walk past any Pokemon, walk away from any Pokemon, their chances of being shiny. So we do have plenty of good chances, and we will be getting plenty of shinies, which is why we need home expansion. I've talked about it so many times. We desperately need it, especially I think maybe after, I don't know, home compatibility. I'm just thinking with, you know, the fact that you sort of have to get another 200-ish. People want to get alphas, people are going to be shiny hunting. I do wonder if they will up it off of this game. I really hope they do, but I don't know, I've been asking for years, and we're still at 6,000. I get it, because 6,000 is so many, and ultimately it's just more cloud space. What I would ask is that it either be like a slightly higher subscription. Like, I know that's not ideal, but it could be a solution. It gets it to happen, or just it only becomes available once. Either you've got Pokemon in every single box, or maybe a certain amount of Pokemon in every single box, or once you've just reached a threshold of number of Pokemon in the boxes. So if you're upwards of 5,500 or something, then you can. I don't know. I just really hope they do it. I mean, what is this, like 2-3 minutes to do 50 zone resets? We only had a shiny a little bit, but you know, as I said, we're improving our chances every time. It's more of an update to, so, because if we find a shiny, then you know it can. Oh, it wouldn't rejoin the roll instantly because the spawn's got to come back, but you know, it's basically trying to make it better for us. And I feel like 50 is a good amount where you've checked a lot, at least in this scenario. We can of course up it for other zones depending on how many we're spawning. But ultimately, I feel like the main thing is that you know, it's not too much hassle to then to check. It's not like really disheartening either. So there's that. But I mean, yeah, things for like Trevenant is going to be a hell of a lot worse. Because we're only respawning Phantom. And once we start going for individual, it's going to be different as well. So there is that. But, you know, this is how these things go. Alright. No shiny Patrat. Alpha Patrat, I think we do have. No shinies over there. More alphas and no shinies again. No Honedge either. It's annoying. So that doesn't seem to spawn every time. Okay, I do think that might be in range. And as a result, it's not shiny. But until we actually get it shiny, we'll not know. I hope it is, but then at the same time, right now, I hope it isn't. I'm all the way up here. That one in the back isn't shiny, is it? It's lighter than normal Pansage, yeah. Oh well. We tried. Okay, well at least we've got the... Well, I say got it working, but it's certainly temperamental. But we've got our zone reset auto counter working to an extent. Not, I said, not really. Oh my god, wait, maybe it is every 2, because that just didn't do it. And it isn't the delay at all. That would be really odd if that is actually the case. I don't want to touch these alphas. So we can test this theory now, actually. So if I come back here... Okay, that did it. It may also just be the teleporting. Takes a bit longer rather than resetting, but... Clefable and Furfrou, I'm just going to leave them both. We have got both. Make our way all the way out. And then do this. Yeah, okay, it is the weight. I was wrong. Oh, Alpha Malamar. Do I have you? I don't think I do. I do, never mind. Alpha Stunfisk and Alpha Barbaracle. Well, there's Alpha Stunfisk. There's Alpha Barbaracle. I guess we've both got these as well. Let's do this until we either get a shiny or a new alpha. Why not? Garboda and Go-Goat. No. I may end up racing here next because this has more exciting prospects. And there's a lot more alphas on offer. And there's some really awesome Pokemon to catch in their full forms. I'd love one of these two to be shiny. And of course there are ones I don't want. The Dene and Sylveon wouldn't be great. Considering I already have both in their forms. Aha! That is exactly what we want though. An Alpha Totodile. They're ones we don't come across too often. Don't hit the lamppost. You hit the lamppost. Good thing this isn't very strong. Come on, Alpha Totodile. Yeah, there we go, that's what I'm talking about. And there's an Alpha Gardevoir there. They're some of the annoying ones that we have to make sure I'm getting. So that's a nice one to have there. In fact, that is a new alpha though. So I will stop there. Unless I don't have alpha Semi-Seer, which I do. There we go. Alright, amazing. I need to have some dinner. I will be shiny hunting more probably this week. How often I'll be live, I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll work it out as we go along. Thank you everyone who joined, but I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.